March 2026 has some interesting games still coming, so let's run through what's worth keeping an eye on. First up is Cinderia, an action roguelike that takes some inspiration from Hades but does its own thing. You run through rooms with a melee attack and dagger throw, picking up upgrades and new skills as you go. The interesting part is how skills work, because when you upgrade them, you get multiple branching options each time, so your builds can go in completely different directions. There's also an erosion system where grabbing certain upgrades fills a meter, and once this meter hits 100, you are forced to take a curse that changes your run. Their skill variety and branching upgrade paths give you a lot of room to experiment with different builds. Next up is Grime. This is an arcade racer that's mixing in anime style and fighting game mechanics, in a way most racing games don't try. The whole thing runs on a system called the ecosystem, with two resources, Sync and Entropy. Sync lets you boost or shield yourself. Entropy powers your attacks like Strike, which then turns your car into a battering ram, or Overdrive, which is basically a super mode that can also backfire if you're not careful. The controls use twin sticks, where left is steering and right is drifting, which feels closer to an action game than a traditional racer. There's also actually a proper story here, with an underground tournament, 5 teams of 3 racers each, and every character has their own unique ability. Raccoin is one of those games that look extremely boring at first glance, but it just grabs you and doesn't let go. It's basically a roguelike deck builder based on those old coin pusher machines from arcades, but the developer went completely wild here. You begin this with 20 coins and drop them to push other coins over the edge. Then you use the money you earn to buy special coins, and also chips that do crazy things. The strategy here comes from building up your setup slowly, then executing your plan all at once, and watching the chaos play out. Most people, including myself, are saying it's dangerously addictive. Next up is Last Man Sitting. This is an action roguelite where you're literally stuck in an office chair the entire time fighting waves of enemies. You can build around different damage types like ice, with the shatter effect, or go for poison and fire builds. The game has an insane difficulty mode that really lives up to the name, with boss fights that can take forever. The core loop here seems to be solid, and if you're into this kind of game, the difficulty will keep you busy. Grime II is the sequel to the 2021 Metroidvania. The big new feature here is the mold system, where you absorb enemies and then summon copies of them, which can then be used for both combat and exploration. The combat got faster and smoother compared to the first game, with better resource management as well. They replaced the old hunt point system with a more traditional skill tree, which might bug some people who liked the original approach. The art style leans hard into surreal body horror, and the world design is really strong. Eversiege Untold takes the mobile tower defense formula, removes all the PvP garbage respectfully, and turns it into a roguelite, where you are defending a city called Bastion. You pick from 5 different weapon types and 6 elemental essences, which then gives you around 72 different spell combinations. During the day, you're collecting resources and building up defenses. Then at night, the enemy waves show up. This part feels a bit like they are billions. The movement is a bit clunky, but overall it's a very promising game. And lastly, Roma is a city builder from the team behind Kingdoms and Castles. The main hook here is the water management combined with an active god system. You build dams and reservoirs to control flooding, but if you upset the gods, they will punish you with fires, lightning strikes or crop failures. The game is gonna be an early access title for about a year, so there is time to sort out the rough edges. And this sentence concludes today's video. If your time was respected, a like or comment is very much appreciated.